60 minutes overtime.
But here comes Gout Gout.
Our story this week is about Gout Gout, an 18-year-old Australian sprinting phenom
Rise, he's flying.
whom fans, media, other runners, most importantly, his own times suggest is on his way to becoming the next Usain Bolt.
Gout Gout, you're national champ!
Usain Bolt sees you and says, that reminds me of a young version of me.
Indeed, yeah.
When you hear that, where do your thoughts go?
That, like, I can, continue this trajectory to where he did as well, like, I can become big like him, and I guess that gives you the confidence to keep moving forward.
Set.
Just last month at a race in Sydney, Gout became the fastest teenager in the history of the world in the 200.
Can he be as quick as this morning?
Running a 19.67, a time that would have won him bronze at the 2024 Olympics.
Usain Bolt is still the current world record holder for the 200. He has a time of 19.19 seconds. If you break down Gout Gout's record time for under 20 versus Usain Bolt's record time for all time, you really get a sense of where Gout can make up that time.
Set.
Looking at the split times, it's clear Gout was much slower off the blocks. Based on the data we reviewed, Bolt ran the first 100 meters at 9.92 seconds, while Gout trailed behind at a much slower 10.43 seconds. But note Gout started to close that gap between 100 and 150 meters, reaching a blindingly fast top speed of around 25 miles an hour. And then, at just 18 years old, Gout actually ran faster than Bolt in the final 50 meters, the data clocking him at 4.67 seconds compared to Bolt's 4.75 seconds.
What does that say? If Gout Gout can improve his time off the blocks, the second half of the race, he's got it. So it's actually quite easy to see how he might be able to eventually one day break that Usain Bolt record of 1919. Di Shepherd was and is the track coach at Ipswich Grammar, where Gout Gout was a student. She spotted him. She said, who's this fast kid? I want to develop him. This could be a world champion one day. And she remains Gout Gout's coach.
How much faster can he get?
Well, you win Olympics. It's going to be pretty quick, isn't it?
How's he going to do it?
Run fast. You just work his program up. You just increase the intensity. As his body matures, he will just naturally start to go quicker. As the body develops, brain develops, everything ties in. Our biggest and weakest thing is his starts, but that's a physical thing. He doesn't have full control of the limbs. They're not fully synced yet.
We're done.
Set.
I think he has this absolute X factor where in the 200 he's got this combination of sprint coordination, the rhythm and the efficiency, and I guess that gives him this ultimate speed endurance in that event.
Dylan Hicks is a movement scientist, a sports biomechanics expert at Flinders University in Adelaide, Australia.
What do you mean speed endurance?
Well, that's the ability to, maintain your velocity for the longest period of time. And in the 200, it's really important because after you clear the blocks, then it's about maintaining your highest possible speed to the finish line.
How fast is he going at max speed?
He's approaching sort of Usain Bolt type speeds where he's up around that 40 kilometres an hour in that final section. And I guess the key thing for Gout is he's been able to maintain it for a longer period of time. And when his competitors start to drop off, that's when we see him sort of push towards the finish line.
Do you see things he can be doing to be even more efficient?
I think the easy thing that people might look at is his start, because he's obviously giving up maybe 1 to 2 tenths compared to his competitors who are going to be on the podium, like Noah Lyles.
Right. Noah Lyles is generally regarded as the heir to Usain Bolt, and he won gold in the 100 in Paris, bronze in the 200. Ironically enough, the time that Gout Gout ran that broke that under 20 record, that 1967, that was actually better than Noah Lyles' time when he won bronze in the 200 at the most recent Olympics, Paris 2024.
When you dig into the times and also consider he's 18 years old, what do you read into that?
I think whatever they're doing as far as his camp and his training partners, the coach, they're doing an amazing job. They're nurturing his talent. They're sort of bleeding him into the sport at the right speed, in my opinion. And I think when you start to put him into high competitions, more senior athletics, he's going to reduce his times, and we're going to see something amazing.
Sure. And this trophy, it's not just mine, it's all of yours, and the work you put in this whole year.
Still, Gout doesn't want to get ahead of himself.
It strikes me you're sprinting, but pacing your life
Yeah.
is really important.
Yeah, like it's crazy to think about how you want to run as fast as possible, but you don't want to overload too much when you're a teenager, because then that messes up the rest of your career. It's like, you know, you got all the time in the world.